Hi, my name is Jake and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking all things Stranger Things 3, a little bit of 4, tinkle of 4 because it just came out last week. This is episode 5 of Tufting Talk and we're going to be making Steve's Scoops Ahoy hat. It was originally the hat and the name tag, but just, you'll see what happens. Preface before we start, I'm working with burlap as the backing fabric, and it's one with a very open weave. It doesn't really work for me, so you're going to see a couple of mishaps, a couple of repairs, but I think overall it turned out pretty nice. Let's get started. It's wild to think we're only getting one more season of Stranger Things, season 5. Yep, that's right. It's the norm for so many shows to go on until the network just can't squeeze any more money out of it, and in turn, the plot suffers. So I'm glad the Duffer Brothers had a complete, thought-out vision from the very beginning of where they wanted to go with this story, so none of its artistic integrity was compromised. And I think that's part of why this show has been successful, because it knew exactly what it was from the very beginning. Another reason the show is so successful, the casting. Of course. I mean, these children have grown up in front of our eyes, and we've been invested not only in the characters of the show, but their lives outside the show. Miss Millie Bobby Brown has her own skincare company now, and she plays the little sister of Sherlock Holmes, Miss Enola, and Enola Holmes 2 is coming soon, so I mean, Millie's booked and blessed, and we already knew that from the very beginning when we saw that first drip of blood coming down from her nose. She's gonna need to start making the transition to more mature roles, yeah. Because just playing this sassy teenager in Godzilla is not really gonna do it for me. It's hard because child actors have to find a balance between being what you know them for and trying to transition to a more mature version of that image. You want to reintroduce yourself as a young adult, but you don't necessarily want to go as far as Miley Cyrus Can't Be Tamed. No, we're seeing JoJo Siwa go through this right now. She is trying to find her footing and become that stunning young woman that she is. We know she is, because she's always going to be known as coming back like a boomerang. And on this here first day of Pride Month, JoJo Siwa is living her best little lesbian life with a big old mohawk in the latest photo shoot she's done. I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her. She's out. She's proud. She's living the life of her dreams. She's rich. And she's being a judge on So You Think You Can Dance. At least you're a dancer, because Matthew Morrison is the most confusing pick to me. The most confusing pick. We're getting off topic here. Getting cast on a show like Stranger Things, especially one that is as big and successful as this one is, it's a blessing but a curse. I do think though that these kids handled their fame pretty well, especially in comparison to a lot of other child actors that we know that have issues with being in the spotlight. And they've been able to carry their talents into other projects. Yes, Gaten Matarazzo has a prank show on Netflix, and listen, this is not an advertisement, but it's good. He comes out and does the big reveal at the end, but these pranks are sinister, and the reactions that they get are just, oh god, they're so good. And Mike Finn Wolfhard, he's busy. He's busy. He did It. He did Ghostbusters Afterlife. He's playing a very similar character, you know what I mean? Angsty, teen, skinny, little sassy, generic looking, but he's talented. Whoa, he looks completely different here. Wow, look at those cheekbones. Actually, hold on. He could be a model. I know that this is retouched, but wow, he looks fantastic. Hey, hold on, Finn. Maybe I'm gonna give you more points. Putting Noah Schnapp in another bow cut wig, again, for the 4th time. Did we ask for that? Did we need that? Did he need that? Did he ask for it? No. Answer is no. He's growing up. Don't you think that he would grow out of his hairstyle? It's not appropriate. They're doing his character so dirty. I haven't even finished this season yet. Look at this queen. He is still serving that 70s show, and it's now 1986. Whatever. And you know what? Apparently his character is a little... Yeah, which I was rewatching season 3 last night. They did make a couple of subtle references to him being a little bit fruity, but apparently I read in an article that he's not putting a label on it, which I kind of love. I love that for him. There's no reason to put a label on ourselves that young unless you know for sure. Because at that age, I knew where I was going. I know what I was gonna be, and I knew what I was, and that was before we move into the rest of the video, I watched all of season 3 again, and I watched the first episode of season 4. So that is kind of where we're going with this video. I know I'm a little bit all over the place, but I feel good about it. Now, season 4 for me has a lot to live up to because I thought season 3 was the best so far. Wow, just spit all over the camera. So enjoy that 4D experience. I'm interested to see how season 4 is going to keep us on the edge of our seat. There's a ton of mystery surrounding this season, so we don't really know what's going to happen. Now, the season has been split into 2 volumes. They gave us most of the season last Friday when it came out, and they're going to release the last 2 episodes, which are basically a full-length movie, on July 1st. So they're skipping all of Pride Month, so homophobic, basically. I think it's also a smart move because it gives us time to digest all that we've watched and consumed and all the people that have died, I'm sure, because I only watched the first episode, but this bitch was cricked and cracked on the ceiling. Yeah, it was giving The Conjuring or something darker. Oh my god, cricked and cracked. Crack. The second volume is quite a ways away, over a month. It's not like we've been waiting years for this season, so what's another month? Now let's talk for a second the travesty right now that is Netflix. Netflix doesn't know who it is. It's raising its prices. People are canceling their memberships. They're now allegedly trying to find a way to break down on people sharing accounts. You're not gonna stop me, especially when you're charging $19.99 a month. For what? You know, they got a few good things, okay? So Stranger Things, huge franchise for them. When it's over, they gotta find something else. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do because the things that they're releasing on this platform right now are not living up to people's expectations, and you can just type it into Twitter real quick and you can see everybody's opinions are the same. I will say they've got a lot of good, trashy reality television. They've got The Circle, Love is Blind, The Ultimatum now, which I haven't watched, don't care to, not going to. They've got Heartstopper, which, so cute. I could just do a whole video on them. I probably should. Love a queer drama. What else is on this bitch? Oh, they've got Bridgerton, which a lot of people like. I never got into it. Listen, don't throw tomatoes at me yet. I will try again. But I wasn't into it. I did hear that Miss Rebel Wilson did very well with her movie Senior Year, which I also haven't seen yet. But I will. Props to her for that. Bling Empire. I'm not consuming. I'm sorry. I saw some things on Twitter where people are saying this is like one of the most boring reality shows I've ever seen in my life, which is a pretty dramatic statement. So I think I'm just gonna steer clear of watching rich people talk about their unattainable lives because we've already got plenty of that on television and I don't think we need any more of it. I will say though that one of the best shows on Netflix is Love on the Spectrum. If you haven't seen it, you need to go and see it. It's a documentary series about autistic adults who are trying to find love. They're going on dates, they're talking about their interests, and it's just so sweet. It is so sweet, it's so uplifting. People who have autism are just so honest that sometimes it's hilarious, but they also come from such a humble, kind, innocent place that I feel like we could all learn a lot from watching the way that they interact in the world. The better we can understand it as someone who doesn't have autism, then the better we can treat and interact with those that do have autism. They are really leaning into anime recently. There's like, bitch, this is popular. We're gonna just produce as many shows as we can. Yep. Black Mirror, where are you? Where have you been? It's been years, actually, and there's a lot of shit going on in the real world that could be great for your show, that it's actually terrifying that life is imitating art. We need some more dystopia in order for us to feel better about what's going on around us. Stranger Things blurs the line between television and movies. I mean, this show is cinema. Every shot, every scene, every note is carefully curated to not only suck you into the show, but suck you into the lives of the people that live in Hawkins. They feel like living, breathing people that are part of our lives, that are going through some traumatic things that we definitely wouldn't want to experience. That's why I love seeing it on the television and not in real life. The Duffer Brothers have created this intense intimacy that I don't think we see much in television anymore. The story is number one and everything else comes after that. As we used to say in yearbook, the verbal drives the visual. Television used to be able to discern from cinema as we know it, except for maybe some premium channels like HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, those kind of situations. The production quality is better than some movies that we've seen. With streaming, there's a lot less red tape. You can cuss, for one, which I love. It gives the directors room to play artistically differently in a way that wasn't possible before. It also helps that this show is one of, if not the most successful show on Netflix, so they've got some leverage if they want to do some things that are a little controversial. As you've probably seen in this video, I've had a couple of issues with this burlap. It had a super open weave and I had only used it once for swatches, making little swatches, but now I said, no, we're gonna save money and we're gonna use the rest of this burlap that you have. In turn, it created a lot of problems for me. I also wanted to try carving on the frame to see if that would make any difference to my process. After I was done carving on the frame, I cut a hole in the fabric, which I didn't notice until I was going back ready to tuft again. So I had to patch that bitch up somehow and keep it moving. We got past that hurdle. But this fabric said, I don't want to stay taut on this frame. I want to be loose. And that just is not gonna work for the type of work that I do. I said, no, Jake, you can do this. You got this, bitch. And I persevered. Then I officially decided, you know what, we're just gonna do the hat. We're gonna keep it simple because at that point, I really wanted to give up and just scrap the whole bitch and call it a day. It was just frustrating in the moment, and I'm proud that I finished it. I ended up sketching the bottom of the hat, and you'll see with the rest of it. I watched the first episode of season 4 last night, and they introduced a few new characters. Like I said, a bitch was cricking and cracking and killed at the end of the first episode. Season 4, all the kids are disconnected from each other. They're all growing up and trying to find their way. Lucas is on the basketball team, and Mike and Dustin are in Hellfire Club, which is a new D&D situation. Max is depressed, rightfully, so she's not really involved with any of them. 11 and Noah Schnapp have moved to California. Lenora Hills, which I don't even know, is that a real thing? No, it's not real. It's not real. It's not a real place, but it's in California anyways. 11 is going by Jane, and she's being bullied by everybody at school, which is, God, so frustrating. Whenever I see these bully scenes, I just want to reach through the TV, pull that bitch's hair, and just slap her right across the face. It's so rude. You don't even know what 11 has been through and what she's accomplished in 3 seasons. So you shouldn't be over here making fun of her. In the first episode, she does an assignment about one of her heroes. She picks her father. People make fun of her because they're like, oh my God, it's supposed to be somebody famous. And she's like, bitch, he is famous. He was in the newspaper and he saved a bunch of people in a mall fire. We know it was much more than just a mall fire, but nobody else knows that. I'm so excited to see her get revenge on these bitches, especially that blonde mean bitch who's trying to be Regina George. She's not succeeding at it. She's just coming off as annoying to me. I just want her to be embarrassed, you know, maybe a milkshake over the head, a trash can exploding, maybe her slipping on her ass, because she deserves it. She's a bitch. Karma. If I was Elle and I went to my class reunion and I saw that whore again, I would be like, ooh, get away from me. Who are you? I don't remember you. Oh, yes, I saved the world multiple times. And what did you do? Oh, you work at Sephora? You've been there for 10 years? It's amazing, honey. Okay, work. Go sell your lip gloss. 11 is struggling because she doesn't have her powers right now, so she doesn't know how to handle that. They're gonna come back. Let's be honest, they're gonna come back. But she tried to use them on the bully bitch and completely failed, so she made herself look like a crazy person. But you know what? These kids have no clue the type of power that she possesses. I'm not fucking with her. I'm like, yes, Jane, I love your presentation, bitch. It's so good. I love a diorama. Your dad was a hero. Your dad was amazing. I'm getting on her good side. Yep. Noah Schnapp is sitting in class during her presentation, and this girl next to him is putting her foot in his shoe. I'm like, oh my God, intrusive. No one ever did that to me. And he's like, can you stop, girl? I don't know. I'm not into you. And it's probably because he's into boys. Ballsy, girl, putting your foot in my shoe. Is that how people flirted in the 80s? Because that's just weird. And then she got mad that he wasn't into it. We meet Eddie. We like Eddie. He's cute. He's fun. He's a little weird. He's already jumping on the table doing the stereotypical rebel move, yelling through the cafeteria, talking about clicks and stuff and being fucking weird. And you know what? He looks about 27 years old. He apparently has flunked a couple of times, so he's stuck in high school. But by that point, I'm getting my GED online from home. I understand they didn't really have computers in the 80s, but I will be going to night school or adult night school or something because I'm not going to be hanging out with these children, which is exactly what Eddie is doing. And he's selling weed on the side. Girl, bye. And I'm a little fishy of little Eddie. I don't know, something about him is a little spooky scary to me. That's probably just to throw us off of his trail and make us think that he's suspicious, but then he turns out to not really be. But I don't know. He looks like he's about 31 going to high school and he needs to get, no, it's just wrong. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate. I think he's probably gonna die. That's my prediction. They're gonna make us get invested in him and then all of a sudden his head is gonna get Speaking of ages, I'm just confused because I thought that Steve and Robin were already out of high school because Steve said that he didn't get into college. Maybe he's out of high school, but she is not because she was in the marching band and she's flirting with this girl next to her who, I'm so sorry, bless your heart, is not cute. I don't even know why you're going for her. Robin doesn't understand her power yet, but she will. You know, it's Pride Month. She'll get it. And Steve, you're just hot. You always been hot. You always will be hot. He's just a good combination of like cute and sexy. You just want to run your fingers through that hair. You like that he's a little bit douchey. Sometimes he needs to dial it down a little bit. But on the inside, you can tell it. He's got a heart. Right now, he's dating some airhead who just doesn't have a clue about the world. I don't know what he's doing with her because clearly he's having a lot of sex. Of sex. And he better be tested for the gonorrhea, for the crabs. That dick has been everywhere, clearly. Everywhere. I'm sad we don't get any more of shirtless Billy. Billy, babe, come back. I know that he's gonna be in some flashbacks in the season because Dacre posted some pictures of him all fucked up in prosthetics. So he's definitely gonna be in it in some capacity, but I just miss the body. Wow, it makes me sweat. It's on another level, you know? He's on another level, and he's an Aussie, so that brings him up to a whole different class of existence. What is the first shirtless pic that he has on his profile? Whoa. Talk about a glow up. That was an era. These kids, let me see. Are any of these kids even 18 yet? Lucas has had the biggest physical change over the past couple years. I don't know what happened in puberty, but for some reason, his eyebrows got thicker. I don't know if he's getting them threaded or what is occurring. Finn is 20. Millie is 18. Gaten, let's see where he is. He's 17, but this year he will turn 18. Caleb is Lucas, and he's 21. Oh my God, he's 21. Joe Keery, ooh, delicious. Oh, he's 92. Joe is 30. Noah, oh, Noah is giving us model. Oh my gosh, Noah. Look at these children. Wow, what a difference. Noah is 17. He will be 18 this year. Sadie is 20. Wow. That's my 2 cents on Stranger Things. I love it. One of my favorite shows ever. And it's just gonna keep getting better and better, I hope. I'm gonna cry at some point. It's gonna be emotional. The EP Sean Levy already said that the last 2 episodes and the ones in volume 2, they're an emotional roller coaster. So I'm not totally prepared for that. Maybe somebody like crucial is gonna die, which I don't love that for us because I feel like there's other ways that you can tug on the heartstrings other than death, murder, deceasedness. But I also understand that it does rouse a powerful response from the audience, and you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Time for the rug reveal. We had some issues, but we persevered, we pushed through, and I think the end product is delicious. About as delicious as the USS Butterscotch, if I may say so myself. Roll the tape.
Henderson.
Henderson, he's back! He's back!
I'm back! You got the job!
You got the job! Yay! Oh!
How many children are you friends with?
Let's keep this conversation going in the comments below, and if you've got a suggestion for a rug I should make or something I should talk about, let me know. If you like this video, I've got another video to click on right up there. Sonic 2. It's a messy, cringy movie, and I'm gonna tell you all about it, so go ahead and go watch that. If you like my vibe, hit subscribe and hit that like button because they just woke up and found that their hair was replaced with a bowl cut, and they're thinking, girl, what the fuck we gonna do now? Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at WILDJAKE, WILDJAKE. And make sure to go watch Stranger Things 4 streaming now on Netflix. Wow, I should be sponsored for this. Where's my check? Netflix. I'm available. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Jake, and I'll see you next time.